familiar with the program, there's kind of a method here that Jeff and Dean employ, and that basically is students come in and they say, walk into that fire and make your way out of it on your own. So I wandered up here with my binoculars, and Jeff and Dean said to me, you're going to say something about Kelly, right? And I said, I am? And they said, yeah. So I'm unprepared. So I got a bit of the treatment here, throwing me right in. I'm new, and I arrived with this cohort to the program. We started together, we walked through fire together, and I can remember the day we met. We were at Jeff's cabin in Norton, and the cohort was sent off into the woods to sit and write. They all came back. I happened to arrive after they reconvened, and they were going to read their writing. And there was some pretty impressive writing, and I'm the writing instructor, and I sort of hearing the writing that's coming from these students, these brand new students you had just met. Right? And Kelly had written something, but you know, she wasn't as familiar with these northern woodland communities as a lot of other students. Some people have spent a lot of time in these woods and knew them well. And Kelly said, you know, there's some stuff in there, I didn't really know what it was, so I drew it. And she opened her field notebook, and every one of us were looking, oh, well, she drew, not only was this Dryopteris, it was Dryopteris intermediate. You know, we knew it. It was like intermediate wood fern, and she drew, I don't even remember what else, but we just sort of recognized from her illustrations, her wonderful illustrations, plants that we knew really well. And a lot of, I would like actually to start with a quote from Albert Einstein, but I can't remember this quote. So I won't start with this quote from Albert Einstein. But he was a violinist. One of our greatest scientists was a violinist. I think he played piano also. And he spoke eloquently about the importance of merging science and art. And a lot of our great scientists, Galileo, Leonardo, Baron Heinrich, Barbara Kingsolver, you know, biologists who sort of came to art and the written word. Kelly sort of came from art to science. She, on her path here, she sort of as an artist got some gigs like in the Galapagos Islands, the American Southwest. She grew up on Marcellus Shale in northeastern Pennsylvania, the land of hydrofracking now, which I suspect gave you some metal for this program. In my experience, you know, so I should also say that this is the first time, I'll admit, this is the first time I've been with all of these students outside together, I'm embarrassed to say. You know, we normally navigate together the landscape of passive voice and stronger verbs and better sentences. So it's great to be outside with you. But along the way here in the program, Kelly always surprised me with just wonderful prose. And I remember one particularly really difficult week, and there was an essay that she was writing, and I think I remember saying, God, this must be a really, really tough week for you. You know, you've got this essay to write. And she said, you know, I've never let an essay give me a hard time, you know. And so that was kind of impressive. And, you know, along the way, she has written about murderers, a lawnmower incident in Maine, I believe it was a lawnmower incident, and actually a spectacular essay about reuniting art and science. And it came in, I think it came in at about 1,800 words or so, and it's rare, those of you know me, it's rare that I would say write more. I'd say cut this down to 1,000 words and it'll be done. I said write more, and she wrote more, and I loved every word of it. So I had the good fortune of being Kelly's sort of unofficial advisor on her project work in Maine, and you know, for your combination of poise under pressure, your professionalism, your fortitude,